You sure can. You can, yeah. You have your water bottle. Hello, everybody. I'm just trying to get our audio working. You can. Let's see. Let's see, Charles, do you have a question? Do you want to say something while I'm trying to get our audio working? Do you want to say something, Charles? Oops, we can't hear you, sweetie. You want to unmute yourself?
During the break, and before music, Mom was making something from a video. This paper star.
You can look at her real fast. Oh, wow. Wait, did you make that, Colin? Or did you make that, Charles? I meant, sorry, not Colin. I'm looking at Colin. Charles? Or was it your mom?
Mom made it for me watching a video of
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. That is amazing. Very nice. Okay, so I think I got it. The reason why I was trying to fix our audio so you guys could hear the brain pop at home, because we are going to start learning about the moon. And I want to watch a little brain pop about the moon before library, okay? So, kids at home, I'm going to share my screen. For science, well, yeah, we're going to do science now and then library. Okay, kids at home, give me a thumbs up. Can you see it? Okay, nice. We're one step closer. Now, the important part. Tell me if you can hear it, kids at home, okay? Yes? Oh, yay, I got it.
No.
Wait, now you're saying you can't hear it? Okay. Let's see.
What should we be hearing?
You should be hearing the brain pop video about the moon. So I'm just looking into my Zoom settings now to try to.
Well, I just mean like if it was working, we'd be hearing somebody talk or something.
Yeah, you would be hearing somebody talk. Let me try again.
Okay. Oh yeah.
You should be hearing the talking. No?
No, I could use my computer and go to the website if that would be.
Well, let's see. I should be able to get it. I know I've figured it out before. Let's see. Y'all are being so patient. Thank you.
What's that?
It looks like it says the moon. It's about to say the moon. And there's like a brush coming to erase it.
No, that's chalk.
Oh. Oh. Oh yeah, there's a robot.
We have watched these brain pop videos.
Okay, let me try this. Let me know. Can you hear that? Okay, could you hear some music just then? No? Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll have to figure that out later. We will read a book about the moon instead. How strange. How very strange. Okay, well, I will have to Google how to do that. And we will read a book about the moon instead. And I will have to figure out how to do that. Okay, so this week we are going to start learning about the moon. So I'll have to figure out how to make it work, and then we'll watch the brain pop. Hopefully tomorrow I'll Google how to make the audio work, and then tomorrow we can watch it. All right, so this book is called The Moon. The Moon. All right, the moon is a big ball of rock that travels around the Earth. It is much closer to Earth than the planets or the stars, but it's still far away. The moon is not a planet. Planets travel around the sun, but the moon travels around the Earth. Some planets have many, many moons. The Earth only has one moon. So look, if this is Earth, you could fit 1, 2, 3, 4 moons across the Earth. The moon's path around the Earth is called its orbit. The moon's orbit is the shape of an oval. The moon looks bigger when it's closer to Earth, and it looks smaller when it's far away from Earth. The moon also looks big when it's low in the sky. Light from the moon. The moon does not make its own light. The moon looks bright because it reflects light from the sun. The sun's rays light up the moon. The moon always keeps the same shape, but it looks like it changes shape when parts of it are hidden in darkness. Sometimes it looks like a full circle. Sometimes it can't be seen at all. All right, everybody, we will finish up this book in story time because it is library time. Miss Eccles is here for library. So I'm going to check off science, but we'll finish reading that book in story time. It is now time for library. So kids at home, no problem. Kids at home, you can just stay right where you are. Charles, did you have something you want to say?
I want to say, you know how they said sometimes the moon is always there, but you just sometimes can't see part of it?
Yes.
Sometimes when it's a half moon, it's a full moon for me with my super eye.
Whoa. You have a really good eyesight, Charles. Awesome.
But it doesn't look like super good. It just looks like sort of good. But I can just see part of
You
a
can
circle.
still see some of the darkness. Right?
You can just see part of a circle. You know.
They have to do
The grayish color. That's it.
So friends, at the end of our library time today, we are going to use some Play-Doh. So if you do not know where yours is, now would be a good time to maybe ask your grown-ups where it is so you can have it ready to go. But if you can't find it, that's okay too. It's just a little thing we're doing at the end. For friends in the classroom, we're not using it yet. Just have it ready. If you've got anything else out on your desk, you can put it away. All right, it's so good to see you all today. I'm just changing a setting on Miss Vanderandy's computer. All right, so friends in the classroom can show me you're ready because you are sitting at a...
I can't find it. Oh my God. Where for all my stuff? I can't find the
All right, so I'm about to share my screen so that friends at home and friends in the classroom can see what our plan for today is. All right, so here is our plan for today. And for some reason, the first grade slide keeps getting in the way, but our plan is almost the same. So our theme this week, so the books that we're going to be reading about are in honor of Indigenous Peoples Day. So we're going to talk about Indigenous Peoples Day first. And if you are in Miss Vanderandy's classroom, your Play-Doh is not open. It's just on your desk. We're not trying to open it right now either, Adeline. We're going to meet our author. We're going to have a short mystery word game. We're going to read our story. Then we're going to have our activity. And it'll be time to say goodbye. So first up is we're going to talk about who Indigenous
Hi,
people
Miss Eccles.
are. Hi, friends. Are my friends at home? Can you see the screen that I am sharing?
Yes, and guess what? Today's my dad's birthday, and yesterday was my mom's.
Oh, happy birthday to your dad, Aya, and also to your mom. Thanks for sharing that.
Dad, Miss Vanderandy said happy birthday to you, and so did Miss Eccles.
Oh.
I think she said thank you.
I did say happy birthday and also thank you. So I'm showing you, and you can raise your hand if you know, a picture of what right now?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yes, Ford says the continents, and some friends at home, I heard you all say maps. That's right. I am showing you a map of the whole world, which includes all of the continents. So right now, we are living on the continent of North America. We are living in the country called the United what? States. But many, many years ago, so hundreds of years ago, hey Colin, that's not safe for your eye. Please put those in just so you can keep yourself safe and keep your mask on to keep yourself and other friends safe. Thank you. So many years ago, there were people who were living here all over the continents of North and South America. Those people are sometimes called indigenous peoples, or if we're talking about people living right here in North America, Native Americans. Now,
What does indigenous mean?
those are the people who were already living in North America before, and this is the Europeans, so the people who were living over here, they did something that was pretty unkind, to say the least. They got on their boats, they sailed over, what is this blue part right here? Over the water, they got to North America, and they thought that that land was all for them. So they took it away from the people who were already living there. So the people who are living here before the Europeans got in their boats and took the land away, those are the Native American or indigenous people.
Why did they take their land away?
Because they wanted it for themselves. So if we looked at a map of North America, this map was made by someone named Aaron Carapella. He is part of the Cherokee Nation. All of these pictures are showing us the names of the tribes and the people who were already living here before the Europeans came. So all the way up to Canada and to Alaska, almost all the way up to the North Pole, we can see that there were peoples there. The man who made the map, he is from the Cherokee Nation. His people were living here. Our author today is from the Seminole Nation. He was living right here in the north part of Florida. And you can see in Texas, the Comanche people were living right up here.
Guess what? My grandparents on my mom's side used to live in Florida, but now I think they live in Massachusetts.
Oh, okay. So that's a connection you can make to the story. Yes, Adeline. Do they live in Florida? You know what? My grandfather also lives in Florida.
Oh, cool. A lot of people
We've got some
grandparents live in
connections
Florida.
Yeah. So to draw this back to our author, now remember, on Monday when we are not at school here, so we won't be on Zoom for library, we will be at our homes for Indigenous Peoples Day. These are the people who we were talking about, including our author. His name is Kevin Noble Millard, and he is part of the Seminole Nation, and his people's land is in the state of Oklahoma now. Do you see that tiny little red dot?
Yeah,
That is the land that the United States has set for the Seminole Nation. Now I'm sharing just one quick fact about him, and if you can tell what this picture is, you know something about him. Yes,
That's fishing.
he loves fishing.
He is a fisherman.
Yes, he is a fisherman, or he likes fishing. He was in a competition once, and guess how many fish he caught?
How many?
Say a number. Raise your hand if you want to make a guess.
1,000.
1,000. Okay, Birdie, what do you think?
6.
6. Harrison, what do you think?
Oh, what?
200. Okay, Wheeler, how many do you think? 100. Colin's got a guess.
100.
100 as well? Okay, Colin says 100. Adeline, what do you think? 6. Okay, and Ford's got a guess.
How many thousand?
Oh, he says a many thousands. All right, and I'm checking.
No, a million.
Oh, a million. Okay, you all were very close. He caught 72 fish in just one day. All right, so we're gonna read his story. But before we do that, we have just enough time for a quick mystery word game because we try to do at least one fun little game in our library time. So this game is our mystery word game. We're trying to guess the name of the book we are about to read. It is a type of food, and I'm giving you the first word already. The first word is fry. Now remember, the way we play the
French
game
fry.
is you raise your hand and you may guess a letter from the mystery word. That's what these little lines are right here. If the letter is part of the mystery word, I will put it in a blank.
Why? Fly what?
If
Fly
the
what?
letter is not part of it, I'm going to draw one part of an owl. If I draw the owl before we guess the word, I win. If you draw it, or if you guess the letters before I draw the owl, you win. Okay, so let's see. Is anybody at home ready to guess the letter? Aya's ready. Yes, Aya. Are you ready to guess a letter? Any letter in the alphabet.
So the word the F-R-Y or just.
All right, is that F as in fox?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
But we
there's not
need
an
to
F
check
in
the
this.
rest of it.
So we're going to do the first little ear of the owl. All right, now let's see. Vena's ready to guess the letter in the classroom. A as in apple. Vena says A as in apple. There is an A in here. And it goes right there.
I can't see it.
Does this help? Okay. All right. Adeline is ready to guess the letter. G as in go? Okay. G is not part of it. Thank you so much for raising your hand and guessing. All right, I see Birdie raising her hand. She's ready to guess.
D.
D as in donut? Nod your head, is that right? Okay, D. There is a D. There's the D. All right, Wheeler, what do you think?
A B.
A B? And can you tell me a word that starts with the letter B to make sure I get it right?
I said a B.
Oh, a V. As in vine? V. There's not a V, friend. I'm sorry. But thank you for raising your hand and guessing.
That's a Y.
All right.
That's a Y.
That is not, yeah, you're right. I will rewrite that V. It's a little confusing looking. There we go. That's a bit better. All right. Any other guesses? Adeline? There is an E. All right, guys, we only have 2 letters left. And look, I only have the very bit of the owl's ears drawn. Colin's ready to guess. Say a letter of the alphabet that you think might be in the mystery word. B, as in.
Bread would be the only thing that fry bread.
All right, as in bicycle. He says B as in bicycle. Guess what? There is a letter B in our mystery word. I see Finn raising his hand.
Never heard of fry bread.
Finn, you may guess the letter. I think Charles can solve the puzzle.
Letter A.
Wait, Finn, what letter?
No.
Just a letter.
F.
S, as in snake. Great
No,
guess.
no, she's supposed to do that. She can see me. She can.
Okay, I just was asking.
Okay. Oh, did you say?
Correct, so she
Yes,
wrote
she
it.
can see me.
So the S went to the side because
Yes.
there's not an S in it. But if there was an S, there could be one right there. That would be more than one of this type of food. All right, Charles, were you ready to guess? Okay, we can go to another friend.
Which one?
Let's see. Have you guessed a letter yet? Four? Okay, yes, 4.
Oh.
He says, oh, I'm so sorry, there's not an O in this word. I'll give you a hint. Who in this class has this letter in their name? Harrison has 2 of this letter in his name. Wheeler has 1. All right, what's the letter?
I don't know what.
Harrison says R. Guess what, guys?
Yes, it's R.
It's R. So our mystery word is fry. Can you sound it out? Bread. Fry bread. So a lot of us have had bread before, I bet, but has anyone ever eaten fry bread in here?
No.
All right, you are going to learn all about fry bread in our book, because that is what this book is called.
You only drew his head.
Okay. I think my friends in Miss Vandernee's class will be able to see better if we turn off the lights. So who is my electrician this week in Miss Vandernee's room? Oh, Vina, it looks like you are the electrician, so please go turn the lights off. But I like that Colin was ready to help. So friends, this is Fry Bread, written by Kevin Noble Millard, who we met earlier, and this is a Native American family story. And this is a true story. So this is a real book about his family and about foods they eat and traditions that they have.
So this really actually happened?
Yes, this actually happened, and guess what? I'm going to be able to show you in the book, the illustrator drew the author as a character in the book, so you're going to see pictures of him as I read, and of his family, so I'll try to point those out. Here's how it goes. Fry bread is food: flour, salt, water, cornmeal, baking powder, perhaps milk, and maybe a little bit of sugar. So those are the ingredients you need to cook this meal. You take all of those ingredients and you mix them together in a big bowl. Fry bread is shape. Hands mold the dough. That means they shape the dough flat like a pancake, round like a ball, or puffy like Nana's softest pillow. Fry bread is a sound. The skillet clangs on the stove. The fire blazes from below. Drop the dough in the skillet and you can hear the bubbles sizzle and pop, pop, pop. You can see the bubbles there. And sizzling skillets sound like what? Elliot, put the lid on your Play-Doh. We're getting it out after the story. Fry bread is color. Golden brown, tan or yellow, deep like coffee, so dark brown, that's the color of coffee, sienna or earth. Like snow or cream, warm like the rays of the sun. Fry bread is flavor. Now friends, remember I told you I could point the author out? This is the author. But you can see from the picture I showed you, something changed about his look. He got a haircut. But when they first made this book, this is how he was wearing his hair. And see this boy right here? This is a picture of his son. And I know this because he has a great video where he actually reads the story to you all, but we haven't been able to get the sound work on Zoom today, so that's why I'm reading it. So, fry bread is a flavor. See beans or soup, smell tacos, cheese, and vegetables, delight in honey and jam, rise to discover what brings us together. Fry bread is time. On weekdays and holidays, supper, dinner, powwows, which are get-togethers, and festivals, moments together with families and friends. Fry bread is art. Sculpture, landscape, portrait, our daily craft, shared from teacher to student. A cycle, so something that goes around and around, of heritage and fortune, so stories from their families that are important to them. Colin, mask up, friend. Keep our friends safe. Fry bread is history. The long walk, the stolen land, strangers in our own world. With unknown food, we made new recipes from what we had. Fry bread is place. Alaska, Kansas, and all the way to Maine, down to Delaware and on to Georgia, over to Oklahoma, Colorado, and California. Cities and lands that we call our home. Does he? So Harrison shared that his dad travels to Oklahoma. Fry bread is nation. So see right here, all these little words.
What's a nation?
Nation is a group of people who are from the same place or share the same ancestors and stories and identities. So here are names of some Native American tribes that you would find written on this wall. Abenaki, Apache, Arapaho, Ojibwe, Onondaga, Oglala Sioux, Narragansett, Navajo, Nipmuc, Seminole, which is the nation he is from, Shoshone, Sac, and Fox, hundreds and thousands of tribes. Fry bread is everything. Oh, maybe after the story, Clara? Okay. Round and flat, large and small, north, south, east, west. Familiar, foreign, old, and new, we come together. Fry bread is us. So remember how I said this is the author? This is his partner and his son, his mother, all on the page. We strengthen each other to learn, change, and survive. Now see this picture on the wall? This is his grandmother who shared her fry bread recipe, so how to make it, with him. Fry bread is you. Now, if we were watching our author video, he would tell you that at the end of his book, he is sharing his recipe for how to make fry bread. And he asks people who read his book if they want to make fry bread too, or if they have stories about foods that are important to their families that they come together to eat. If there are foods that maybe the recipe for how to make it was passed down by a grandmother or another relative and that you all always make to celebrate a holiday. So what I thought we could do today is use our imaginations, since we are not able to all make fry bread together, but we can practice making the shapes of fry bread with Play-Doh. So in our book, it said fry bread is round like a ball. So if you have Play-Doh, go ahead and get some out and see if you can start and make a round ball. And we can use our imaginations that we are making fry bread and following this recipe. So I like to make a ball by rolling it in between my palms. So you can go ahead and get your Play-Doh out if you have it. So here's the ball. We can even pretend after you've got it into a ball, the next step in the book, he said, was make it flat like what? Flat like a pancake. So to do that, you would smash it in between your hands, right? Flat like a pancake. Then in the book, where did the fry dough go to cook it? Did it go in the oven? No, it went where? In the frying pan. So I don't have a frying pan, so I could use the lid of my Play-Doh and pretend that's the frying pan. And what was the sound that the fry dough made?
We could make a pan out of Play-Doh.
Ooh, or you can make a pan out of Play-Doh. So you can keep baking your fry bread if you would like to, or if you want to think in your mind of a special food that your family makes and enjoys together, you can make that in your Play-Doh and raise your hand and tell me what it is you're making. Those were things that our author asked us to do after the story. I'm gonna stop the screen share so that everybody can see everybody a little bit better. There we go. All right.
Mine is already baked. Mine is finished baked.
Oh, you already finished baking your fry bread?
Mine is finished baked. I'm gonna put the frying
In the frying pan? Now, did you notice how do they eat fry bread? What do they eat on it sometimes? Sometimes they make fry bread tacos with vegetables, or if you want them sweet, they could use jam or honey.
I'm putting some jam and honey and all the stuff in it.
Wonderful. Elliot's making fry bread with jam and honey.
And mine's gonna be a taco with a bagel.
Okay, Ford is making his fry bread with
These
tacos.
are bagels.
Oh, I can see right there. Awesome. Yeah. Are you making fry bread or something from your family? Jam and honey, delicious. Do you guys have a favorite kind of jam? Strawberry here. I like these kind of jam.
I like
Ooh,
Jam and honey on my
with jam and honey? Yes, or Harrison? Jam. All right, so let's see, what are we making at home? I see Birdie made, oh, Birdie, look, guys, Birdie made, can you tell us?
A pan with bread.
Yes. All right. Charles, are you making something? Oh, yep, Charles, is that your fry bread or is that a special food from your family?
I made pizza.
Uh-oh, I'm gonna unmute you.
I made pizza.
Ooh, we've got pizza now. Wheeler, remember airplane
That
on.
was fry bread. Now I'm gonna do the special food.
Okay, and what about Finn? I see you're making something with orange Play-Doh.
What should it
Can you
be?
tell us what you're making?
Okay.
Fry bread.
You were making fry bread. And would you like your fry bread with jam and honey or like a taco with veggies? What do you think?
What would you put on your fry bread? Nutella.
Nutella. I don't.
Nutella.
Nutella. I was thinking about that a minute ago when I was. All right, now guys, I made my fry bread, but I'm gonna make a special food from my family. So when it's someone's birthday in my family, we have a special cake recipe that we've passed down. So I'm gonna try to make that cake, and it's called carrot cake. Colin wants to share.
I know what.
Is that a special food in your
I
family?
made my fry bread.
What kind of cake?
That is like.
Oh, nice.
Bread and butter.
Oh, you're good. So
We
did you make
eat pizza. We eat cheeseburgers. We eat, and it's something you use bread for. Is that what you're supposed to eat?
I say I don't understand.
Amazing. And we're still baking or cooking over here? Yes. What did you make? No.
Well, she said if she was using it to make carrot cake.
Oh, you're making what kind of cupcake? Chocolate cupcake. Oh, wait,
What else?
here we go. So let's see. There's carrot cupcake. I'm gonna use my fingernail to make kind of like little places where you can see, you know how carrots, when you grate them, they're just like little tiny sticks of carrots. I'm gonna show that in my cake by using my fingernail. So these are the carrots in my carrot cake.
This is one fingernail. I was taking close off.
Did you make a hamburger? Oh no, you made a
It
taco.
was easy as Play-Doh. Does she look like a unicycle?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I'll check in with friends here. Are we still? Oh, Birdie's got her hand up. What did you make now, Birdie?
I don't have anything that we do every year.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I did not hear what you said.
I don't have anything that we do every year at all.
Okay, so what's a food that you love to enjoy? Because our author also says he wants you to make something
What did she
that you
say?
enjoy.
I have a little and pot pie.
What?
Pot pie.
Oh, chicken pot pie. All right, guys, here's my carrot cake. I couldn't figure out how to show the carrot, so I used my fingernail to kind of lightly make little lines to show where the little slivers of carrot would be. Because that is our family recipe.
Like a cheeseburger bun.
All right. Oh, Elliot, sorry, what was that?
I'm trying to make it. I need a little more Play-Doh. A lot more Play-Doh.
Very cool. All right, friends. We have about a little
Is
less
this
than
a
1
little
minute to
ball?
finish our creation.
I guess so. I
Clean
probably
up, so
could
we're
do
ready
the
for our
little
next
ball.
activity.
Actually, cool.
Okay, so I just told my friends in the classroom that we're gonna start cleaning up so that we're ready for our next activity. So you might wanna start putting it away. Oop, and Adeline is sharing that her family likes cookies. All right, I see Harrison is cleaning up and following directions. Ford is cleaning up and following directions. Dina and Adeline and Elliot are cleaning up. Okay, so Colin, we're gonna get our Play-Doh and we're gonna put it away so that it's ready to go for next time. did we have any extra creations I didn't hear about before I? All right, thank you for being here today. I will be back on Wednesday with another Native American story for us. Bye, thank you for sharing. See you on Wednesday.
There's only 2 people here. Chicken wrap.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
It's just like I made a bowl
Everybody today.
and then wrapped it up and then
Yep.
Thank you all. Especially towards the end of the day.
I
Great listening. That was so good. Thank you, Ms. Ethel. It made me feel a little better. So you've been having trouble with this volume on Zoom today? Okay, I could not figure out how to get it to work. I just assumed it was me. No, but that makes it feel a little better that maybe it's not completely just me. I don't think so.
Okay.
Definitely in all of the boxes.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Eccles. Bye. Almost. So let's do some checking off on our schedule. Miss Eccles was saying that she was having trouble getting the volume on Zoom to work today too. So maybe it wasn't only me. Maybe it was also Zoom issue also. So we'll try again tomorrow. Yes, you can. All right, everybody, let's do some checking off on our schedule. Let's see. We are going to check off library. There we go. Next on our schedule is math and then story time. Okay, so during story time, we will finish our book about the moon. I also have some Halloween books for us to read during story time too. But first, let's do some math, okay? All right, everybody. During story time. So last week in math, you did such an excellent job writing the number 1, the number 2, the number 3, and the number 4. What number do you think we're going to work on today? Yeah, we're going to work on number 5 today. Let's get our math books out. We're going to work on writing number 5 today. So it's the dark orange math books, and it starts with a T, textbook. Okay. There we go. And we are going to turn to page 36, a 3 and a 6. Page 36, a 3 and a 6. Page 36, a 3 and a 6. And it looks like this. Here's what the page looks like. I'm going to help the kids in the classroom find the right page. We're looking for page 36, a 3 and a 6, okay? You just need to tell me one. All right, Colin, you want me to help put that lid back on?
Do we have to trace?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody in the classroom is on the right page. How are y'all doing at home? Did you find page 36? So we are going to trace the circles and we're going to count how many circles there are. You see those circles up there? And the directions say trace and write. So we're going to trace these circles and then we're going to trace these number 5s and then we're going to write our own number 5s. Now, I want you to use pencil. I'm going to use a black crayon so y'all can see really well. You see these circles on the top, Adeline? Let's see, we're going to trace 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 circles. So we traced all 5 circles. All right, Colin, did you trace 5 circles? There's your pencil. ruler. Okay, you can go. Make sure you wash your hands with soap really, really well. Okay, and then we're gonna trace these number 5s down here. A really like a little bit easy way to remember how to write a number 5, because number 5s can definitely be tricky. They're one of the trickier numbers to write for sure. This is how I remember how to do it. I say this little thing, I just say it every time, and that way it helps you remember. I say, start at the top, go back, down, and around. And when I was learning how to write my number 5s, I just said that little thing in that little rhyme kind of in my head every time I wrote the number 5 until I memorized it, until I knew how to do it. So I would always say, start at the top, go back, down, and around. That could be a little trick you use to help you remember how to write the number 5. Start at the top, go back, down, and around. Everybody's 5s are looking great so far. Ooh, Colin, I love how you're holding your pencil. You're working on the pencil grip that we were working on Thursday. Look, you're holding it the right way. Yay, Colin. Okay, let me do another 5. We go start at the top, go back, down, and around. Catherine, were you showing me your number 5s? Will you show me again so I can see? I couldn't see them. Very nice, Catherine. Wonderful. Start at the top, go back, down, and around. Last one. Start at the top, go back, down, and around. Ooh, very nice, Adeline. Okay, now I want you to write some of your own number 5s down here. I know, Catherine, I know it's harder. Cool. So here we go. Ooh, nice. Let's start at the top, go back, down, and around. Start at the top, go back, down, and around. Start at the top, go back, down, and around. What was your question for? Yes. All right, there we go. Okay, so, oh, Charles, wonderful number 5s, wonderful. And look at you doing all that good writing, Finn, great writing. Yes. Nice writing, everybody. Okay, beautiful 5s, Vina. So when you're done writing a couple of 5s on your own, when you're done, but there's no rush, it's okay if you're not done, we're gonna turn to the next page, page 37. There it is right there. Okay, let's see what the directions say on this page. Let's read them. The directions on this page say count and write the numbers. Okay, let's see. Let's count this first group of people. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we need to write a number 4 in that box. Do you remember how to do a number 4? There we go. There's our number 4. So make sure you don't accidentally do a backwards number 4. You can look up here if you need help. Wonderful, Ford. All right, let's do, I know, yeah, I saw that. Let's count this group. How many kids are in this group? 1, 2, 3. You're right, there's 3. Okay, you remember how to do a number 3? Try not to do a backwards number 3. You can look up here if you need to check your work. You did, Colin? Good. All right, and then how many kids are in this group? 2. 2s are pretty hard too. I feel like 2s and 5s are hard. So for 2, you can look up here if you need some help remembering how to do a 2. Good, Colin, did you trace all those 5s? Okay, and the last group, it looks like the biggest group of kids. How many kids are in that last group? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 kids in that last group. We're gonna practice those 5s. Remember my little trick for 5? Start at the top, go back, down, and around. And there's my little little rhyme for 5 that can help you remember how to do it. There we go. Okay, kids at home, y'all keep working if you need to. I'm going to check the kids in the classroom. Let's see. Catherine, beautiful writing. Charles, what do you want to say, sweetie?
I'm finished, and I wanted to say it helped me because I was like starting at the wrong side, and I was gonna do it backwards, but then I can't go back at all.
Oh, so the rhyme did help you?
Because I can't go back at all if I start there.
That's true. Well, good. I'm glad it helped you, sweetie. I remember when I was a kid, it really helped me. So, I'm so glad, Charles. Okay. Finn, I love your pencil grip. Very nice pencil grip. Okay, Colin, did you finish your tracing? Let's see. I'm gonna look at the kids in the classroom real fast. Number 2. Beautiful. You can put it away. Wonderful. You can put it away. Hey, this looks great, Colin. Nice, Colin. You can put it away. You're doing great, Wheeler. Harrison, awesome. You can put it away. No rush, Wheeler. No rush.
So can I go right now?
Well, almost. We're going to do some story time in just a minute. So kids at home, finish up your math in a couple minutes. We're about to do some story time, but guess what? You can always keep working on math when we do story time, right? You can always keep working on your math then. All right. Or you can put your book away, and then you can put down we can check off math. Okay, I'm going to check off math. Here we go. But remember, if you're still working on your math, that is just fine. So there we go. Next on our schedule, story time. And then pack up and go home for the kids at school. And then you have a break. And then I think it's Spanish today. I think you've got Spanish today this afternoon if you want to with Maestra after a break.
Spanish again.
All right, everybody, let's do some story time. So, excuse me. Everybody will have a turn in just a second. All right, during science, we were reading this book about the moon, but we ran out of time, so we're going to finish it now. Yes, Wheeler? Oh, you need some help with number 4? Okay.
It's Vander and Dee. We miss science. It's Vander and Dee.
Right. Yes, Aya.
Me and my dad accidentally missed science because
Yeah, no problem.
because our Wi-Fi doesn't work very good. Sometimes when I'm
You'll be
doing
next
Zoom
time.
and my dad's doing Zoom at
I
the same
know.
time, our Wi-Fi doesn't work so good.
I know. That's okay, sweetie. Don't worry about it. That's just what happens when we're doing school on the computer, right? We just have to expect it. Don't worry about it. All right, everybody. I'm going to finish this book about the moon. We were reading this page. The moon always keeps the same shape, but it looks like it changes shape when parts of it are hidden in darkness. Sometimes it looks like a full circle. Sometimes you can barely see it at all, but it's always there. Just sometimes only part of it is lit up by the sun. We're going to learn more about that a little bit later in the week and do a fun craft about it. All right, Ford, good job. Your turn's over, sweetie. Colin, you want to turn? The moon has mountains, plains, and craters. Most craters are holes made by rocks that hit the moon. Yeah. The moon does not have air or weather. Plants and animals cannot live on the moon. Earth's sky looks blue because of the air around Earth. The moon sky is always dark because there's no air there. Yes, Vina, my electrician, you turn off lights. People have landed on the moon to study it. Hold on, I am reading a book, sweetie. The first person who walked on the moon was in 1969. People weigh less on the moon than they do on Earth. Astronauts need to get used to walking on the moon because they're lighter there. Many years from now, people may live on the moon. We may use the moon as a base to study planets and stars. Whoa. So, I think really important things about the moon from this book, and then we'll read some fun Halloween books for story time, are look at how the moon, here's the moon and here's Earth. So the moon is smaller than Earth, isn't it? Here's Earth. Earth is bigger than the moon. And the moon travels around Earth. It orbits around Earth in the shape of an oval. So when the moon is here and it's kind of close to the Earth, it looks really big, right? And when the moon is here, it's kind of a little bit farther away from the Earth, the moon looks smaller. Ford, I'm reading a book. So that was an important part of this book. And then also, this picture was really cool. The moon does not have its own light. Light from the sun reflects on the moon, and that's why the moon looks lit up. Pretty cool. Okay, let's read some fun books for Halloween for story time. All right, Colin, your turn's up. Who hasn't had a turn? Wheeler. All right, this book is called, we'll see if we can go again in a second. We're off to find the witch's house. All right, we're off to find the witch's house. Which house? The witch's house.
This is Rainbow, and she's so excited.
Oh, good. I'm glad Rainbow's gonna
She's
listen
a
to the
little
story with us.
puppy.
She's super cute. Which house? The witch's house. We're off to find the witch's house, but we're not afraid. No, we're not afraid. We're creeping down the witch's street. Which street? The witch's street. We're creeping down the witch's street, but we're not afraid. No, we're not afraid. We're slinking by a blinking owl, a winking owl, a blinking owl. Wave goodbye to the winking owl, watching with one eye. We're skedaddling past the skeleton.
Watching one eye.
Yes, they all start with a wah-wah sound, right? We're skedaddling past a skeleton, a skittle-scattling skeleton, a skinny grinning skeleton, shake, rattling its bones. Elliot, do you want to turn this way? We're bolting by Big Frankenstein, the herky-jerky, lurching kind. His heavy head held on with twine. Watch out, don't get too close. We're galloping past a ghastly ghost, a mostly mistly, ghosty ghost, a flying, floating, twisty ghost, swishing through the dark. We're rambling past a howling wolf, a scowling wolf, a growling wolf, a hairy, scary, glaring wolf, prowling in the park. Look at this silhouette, this shadow of a big wolf. But what do I see down here? I see a flashlight and a little dog's tail. I think it just might be a pet dog, but it looks like a wolf maybe. We're scrambling past Count Dracula, a shirking, lurking Dracula with flowing cape spectacular and fangs that glow so bright. We're running by a mummy now. I hope we'll make it by somehow. I think I want my mommy now. Here, hold my hand tight. Colin, did you go to the bathroom? Okay. Because we're coming to the witch's house. Which house? The witch's house. We're coming to the witch's house with bats and spider webs. We're knocking on the witch's door. Which door? The witch's door. We're knocking on the witch's door. It opens with a screech. There she is. She's standing there. She's standing where? She's standing there. There she is. She's standing there. And we all scream, trick or treat! Happy Halloween! Oh, it was just a little girl dressed as a witch, and it looks like she's inviting them into a Halloween party. Look, there's their Halloween party.
The monsters were all kids dressed up.
They were all kids, and they were all on their way to the Halloween party. Yes. Okay, let's read Halloween at Creepy Castle. Ooh.
So scared.
It's not really scary. Don't worry, don't worry. On top of a creepy old mountain, Robin opens the creepy old door of a creepy old castle. Creak! In the creepy old hallway.
Those type of books are really fun.
Yes. In a creepy
I have
old
a Halloween book
hallway.
like that that I used
Okay,
to read
but-
my brothers.
Cool, that's awesome, but let's get quiet so we can hear the story. In the creepy old hallway of the creepy old castle, there was a creepy old coat of armor. Crash, clunk, clank, run, Robin, run! Ford and Colin, will you please put your markers away? All right, Arnold, you can go sit down, sweetie. Lena and Adeline, you want to turn? In the creepy old living room of the creepy old castle, there was a creepy old grandfather clock. Hiss! Run, Robin, run! Lena, do you want to turn with Adeline? In the creepy old library of the creepy old castle, there was a creepy old bookcase. Yeah! Run, Robin, run! Colin, put your markers away. Colin, put your markers away in your pencil box. Thank you. In the creepy old dining room of the creepy old castle, there was a creepy old painting. Woo! Run, Robin, run! Catherine, are you raising your hand? What do you want to say, Catherine?
That pig was Miss Piggy.
Yes, this pig was Miss. Oh, here she is. That was Miss Piggy. Those are all his friends. That's what Harrison's saying. Yeah. Charles, did you have your hand raised up or no? No. Okay. All right, Harrison. Let's get quiet so we can hear. In the creepy old kitchen of the creepy old castle, there was a creepy old cupboard. Grrr! Run, Robin, run! Isn't that Gonzo? I think that's Gonzo, yeah. In the creepy old
The only one that I know is Miss
Really?
Piggy.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know anyone else.
Yeah, I think I only know Miss Piggy and Gonzo and Kermit. In the creepy old corner
I
of
know
the
Kermit,
creepy
but I
old
don't know,
castle,
like, anyone else.
there was a creepy old doorway that looked like a way out, but it led to a creepy old Halloween party instead. And it says, "Stay, Robin, join the fun." So just like in the other book, those were all of his friends. And they were trying to get him to come to a Halloween party. Oh, that was fun. Okay, let's see. I think we've got time for maybe one more short one. The other two I have are pretty long. Let me see if I can find a shorter one. Okay, this one's a pretty short one. It's about pumpkins, and it's called Piggies in the Pumpkin Patch. Ooh, here's like a map of the farm. I always like
Wait,
looking at
sound it out.
maps.
Piggy Pumpkin Patch.
Yes, look at that, Aya. You figured out that Papa Piggies, Papa Pumpkin, and Papa Patch all start with a P. Okay, Colin, make sure you wash your hands. Very good. Piggies in the pumpkin patch. Peek, another P, and sneak. Under crinkly clean sheets, over growing green beans. What, sweetie? Oh. Behind snoring sleepy sheep, into the clover field. Piggies in the clover field, chase and race. Yes, there are a lot of rhyming words in here, Ford says. Between teasing tabby cats, along winding wagon tracks, cats and tracks rhyme, right? Across muddy matted grass, into the big bull's pen. Squeal! Piggies in the bull's pen, crash and dash. So crash and dash rhyme. Yes, Ford. Through scrambling, shrieking geese, around looming leafy trees, past swarming stinging bees, into the pumpkin patch. Piggy's in the pumpkin patch, deep asleep.
Piggy, pumpkin.
So look, they went all the way here. Let's see.
Sleep.
Where did they start out? Maybe they started here. They went all through here, all over here, and then they ended up in the pumpkin patch, and they ended up sleeping in the pumpkin patch. All right, there was our book.
They started in the pumpkin patch.
Oh, they started in the pumpkin patch?
patch.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Thank you, Aya. Okay, you can do some more stuff. All right, you want to say bye to everybody at home? Bye, everybody. I'll see you in the
Bye.